evening, everyone. Um, Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever unit of measurement of you're having at the moment. Hi Ash, Polister, Halion, Itogi, Cetra, Kolo. Who else do we have? Hi Arden. I don't think I haven't seen you much around. Hi. Hi Quizzy Dan, Score, more same people. Hi Procyon. I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope everyone's in a quizzing mood, preparing for Christmas, for holiday or other holidays you may be having, as weird as they are. This year, I pulled out my sort of Christmas winter sweater as well. On that occasion, but yeah, tonight we are here for the episode 5 of the Golden Mine Tournament that has kindly allowed me to host for all of your community. And this is the last, what I would call, normal episode, considering, hi Shapes, so this is the last, what I would call, normal episode. We have had 4 episodes so far, and at some point after the holidays, which will still need to be specifically arranged, most likely in January, I guess, we'll have mini final and the actual final of the tournament. So tonight we're gonna find out the 5th finalist, who will be joining Grunkle, Liquid Courage, Lucario, and Samster. And then one more person who will join the, what I call, mini final. So he, with Cetra, Procyon, John, and Applecast, will be fighting for the last spot in the final. So we'll be having those in January. Hello, the insignificant bastard, or however else I may know you as. But yeah, 5th episode tonight. I am alone. I don't have my helping hand. I don't have my helping paw. I hope nothing's gonna bork too much. I hope things are gonna be manageable. We'll see along the way. And the main reason why I do not have a helping hand is, as you may know, he will be playing tonight instead. So I think we can just start with that. First contestant of the night, Ape Minky, 32-year-old entertainer and trivia writer from USA. Proudest quizzing moment was somehow winning a game of Duel Royale. I wonder how many people were there. It's definitely in the tens. But I wonder how many people were there in total, because that's definitely a feat. Contestant number 2, Brig Bother, 39-year-old library assistant from England, whose proudest quizzing moment was to get 7th place in the actual episode of The Actual Weakest Link. Contestant number 3, who was supposed to participate last week, but things changed, and he's around now. Halion, 26-year-old, currently unemployed from USA, who once demolished Millionaire on Royal Flush's stream, as far as I remember. Contestant number 4, Jack Wilfred, 21-year-old student union president from UK, who has won outright by being the only person who knew one question. Contestant number 5, Polister, 22-year-old electrical and electronic engineering student from Greece, who has won Royal Flush's Google Dat on a score of 2. And last but not least, We Like Shapes, 38-year-old university administrator from UK, whose proudest quizzing moment was the participation on the actual episode of The Actual Only Connect and season 9. So welcome all in. I see they are almost all dragged in as well. Who are we missing? Jack Wilfred. There we go. I see he's in the green room. Oh, Score is probably testing some sounds. I'm just gonna try Jack in. I think they're okay. Thank you, Score. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
There we go. Okay, I can hear you. I think I will need to bump it up a bit.
Afternoon.
Oh yes, afternoon for our wait, how no, so Oh yes, for Ape. I was like, who's the American here? And then I just realized that I'm so familiar with
Me.
Ape that I forgot.
For real this time.
And Hellion, yeah. So, um, yeah. Ape, you're the first one in. Let's start with you. So you have participated in the showcase stream, what I would call the showcase episode.
Yeah, and I did poorly. And hopefully I can get past this round this time. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, just to clarify, Abe has had no advantage in being behind the scenes on the previous episodes. So I kept him for the end so that I can feel more comfortable hosting this alone. So we had to wait all this
And you've
time.
been let's admit you've been killing it to this point. These past few episodes have been fire. So I
Oh,
hope that carries through.
thank you. I hope I don't crash and burn without
No.
you. Um, so best of luck tonight. Hopefully you get your win, and I'm gonna say that to every contestant tonight though. The second contestant, Brig Bother. Hello there.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been a week and a half and another half.
Oh dear.
But I personally haven't really like communicated encountered with you aside from knowing you from some YouTube streams and watching some things. So how do you think you will do in this format that I strongly assume you're not too familiar with from
Well,
beforehand?
no, I've watched some episodes of this in the past. I
Mm,
think I'll probably do all right up until the what, where, when bit at the end, when I'll probably fall apart completely.
right.
But we'll see how it goes.
Yes, because you have hosted this sort of like a I don't know if should call it like a mock, but like you did your own episode with
Yeah. David
other
Bodicum
quizzers of
set of questions for
что где
yeah,
когда format essentially.
absolutely.
Okay, can't really hear contestants. Okay, I'll bump Discord even more. Let's try that.
Should we yell? I can
No,
yell.
I think I have been fiddling with my Discord settings lately because I need to be install and things like that. So I bumped it up the Discord itself. Let me know in the next couple minutes if this is any better. Hallian, welcome. So oh yeah, sorry. So Rick, best of luck tonight then as
Thank
well.
you.
I hope you do well. And the last of your teammates, Hallian. Hello.
Hello.
So glad to see you around. How do you have faith in your teammates and yourself to win it all tonight?
Yes and no, respectively.
So teammates, yes. Yourself, no. Okay. Well, everyone's humble. Um. So yeah, you have been performing really well, and like you mentioned in Royal Flush's Millionaire stream so far. Um, do you feel this game will be more or less the same or different to your previous performance
I
here?
hope it'll be the same.
Okay, well then, best of luck to you as well.
Thank you.
And these three players will be Team 1, moving on to Team 2, starting with Jack Wilfred. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
You're a bit silent. I'm gonna bump you up a bit. How are you feeling tonight? How are you? Have you watched previous episodes of these? What's your plan minimum? There we go. That's a usual question.
I've seen a couple, and I'm feeling good, excited.
I'm glad to hear that. So best of luck to you too.
Thank you.
And oh, did we have a drop? No, I don't. Wait, we did. Why is Hellion not in here? Let me. Oh, okay. Um, sorry, just some technical happenings. Small happenings. Definitely struggling to hear Jack. Well, I put him up to 200. Let me put Discord to 200 as well to make sure. I'll see if I can deal with something even afterwards. So yeah, best of luck, Jack, tonight then as well. And your next teammate, Polister. Good evening.
Hello and good evening.
What time is it? I'm not. Is it in Greece? I don't remember the exact time zone.
I could tell you it is 10:15, but not because I'm there right now.
Oh, you're not there?
I just know to convert at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still studying in Glasgow currently, so
Mm,
that's where I am right now.
fair enough. Okay, so you're all in UK time. I'm the outlier. For a minute, I hope
Exactly.
there was someone in the same time zone as me.
Hmm.
But yeah, how do you feel you'll do tonight? What's your plan minimum?
I always feel when I play these games that I'm up against stiff competition, and I feel like tonight is no different. So I'm gonna put up a valiant fight, but I will not be disappointed with any outcome.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear. I can agree that like overall, contestants have been quite strong, and um, some uh, some I was really surprised by. Some I was not surprised by their great performance. But yeah, definitely tough competition all around, and that's part of what makes it fun, I think. So yeah, good luck to you too.
Thank you very
And
much.
last but not least, we like shapes, or just shapes. Which one do you prefer?
Indeed. I think people just call me Shapes now.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. Well, you still fit in the alphabetical order with just shapes, so that's fine. You're also one of those who have participated in the showcase stream, in one of the two of showcase streams. Do you think you'll do better tonight, or around the same?
Well, last time I got to the final three, so
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of went out on the very last question that I got in round three because it took me down below the score that I would have got into the final on. So
Right.
I'd like to improve on that, but obviously that's going to be tough.
Fair enough. Yeah, round three is a good result. Definitely, like Abe has a higher grudge even a bit, or score to make up to. So yeah, fingers crossed for everyone. Good luck to you too. And I guess I'll move on to round one. Just trying to, I have this big paranoia that I missed something or what have you. Aww.
8 months. Thanks for the fun, Ash. Time for some golden mind.
Yay! Thank you for the subscription. 8 months, damn, that's a long time. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Moving on to round one. Quickly reminding of the rules. So you're gonna be playing in two teams of 3 people each. Like the first 3 players and the second 3 players. There will be multiple choice questions to answer, choosing from ABC. You will not be conferring with your teammates and answer them individually. And the answering will be done in those Excel sheets that I sent you. I see test letters from 5 of you. Halion, could you put anything either A, B, or C in the row that has? There we go. I see that there. Hopefully it doesn't get bored, but essentially, yeah, you have 15 seconds to input ABC, and you can do either just type that in or do a drop down, and you either click enter or click on any other cell depending if your computer or on mobile for that to lock in. At least that's how I remember from Ape explaining it all the previous times. And yeah, only first option counts. No changing answers once you have submitted something. And if, so like I said, non-conferring, you're answering individually, and if all 3 players in the team answer correctly, the team gets 1 point. There are 8 questions in the round, so we're going to be playing best of 8, or unless we have a clear winner. And all 3 players from the winning team go on to the round 2, while we'll need to deal with the elimination regarding the losing team, where only one will go through to the next round. Is everything clear? Should I explain or answer anything in the meanwhile?
Crystal.
All clear.
Crystal clear.
Yeah, we've got.
Okay, so we're gonna start with question 1. which map in Among Us was released the latest? The Skeld, Mira HQ, or Polis? Seeing 3 answers. There we go. Seeing all the answers. Hey, let's start with you. Do you play Among Us?
I have played it a few times, and I will probably not play it again because that gives me such incredible anxiety. I cannot deal with it.
Fair. That's a very salty game, and all kinds of things. So, what did you input for your answer?
Well, I guess lucky for me, I could narrow it down to a 50-50 because I'm pretty sure Skeld is the original map. But I guessed B, Mira HQ is my answer.
Okay, Brig.
I'm similar. I've played it. I've quite enjoyed it. My guts. I read something recently saying Polis was the last one released, so I've gone for C.
Okay, so no point for your team for this question. Halion, what did you answer?
Put C, Polis, because it's the last map in the list, and it doesn't stand the reasons they would put them out of chronological order with so few maps.
Oh, I put answers in weird, like, I have weird reasons to put answers.
Oh, I'm talking about in the game itself, sorry.
Oh, I see it. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. So two Polises, one Mira. Going to the other team, Jack.
I put C Polis. I knew it wasn't the Skeld, and I just went 50-50 like the other players.
Okay, Polister.
I actually thought about it a bit more methodically. I went C because I thought I could see like a seasonal theming with the names, like the Skeld being the Halloween special, Polis being the Christmas special. So I just thought, oh, Christmas is around the corner. Surely they'll have a Christmas map soon, at least. So I went C, Polis.
Okay. See, so I don't remember exactly now when they were put out, but I think they were all released in like June or August, around the summer. I may be mistaken. I may be confusing that with Flag question from before. In any case, yes, the Skeld was the oldest and the original map. Mira HQ was the second map. And the last map to be released was Polis. So congratulations to Team 2. You get 1 point. There we go. And yes, there is going to be a new map in early 2021. I believe it was called The Ship. You can... there will be moving platforms. You can choose which room you spawn in after the meeting. There are ladders. It almost seemed like you could sort of eliminate the imposter if you detect them on the spot or something like that. Do check their Twitter to watch the trailer if you're a fan of Among Us. Moving on to question 2. What is the dialing code of Lithuania? I love my Lithuania questions. Is it +63, +222, or +370? Polister, waiting on you.
Should have an answer in right now.
In that case, just let's start with you. What's your answer?
My answer is A. Let me see if I can punch it in again. But yeah, it is A.
I do see that now. It sometimes takes a while to sort of sync.
Okay, understood. But yeah, I recall having a little diary which also had like information on dialing codes. I don't recall seeing more than 2-digit dialing codes for European countries. My memory could be serving me completely wrong here, but yeah, the other 2 answers didn't come out at me and beckon me, so I just went for A.
Okay, Jack?
I went for A. I know I may be wrong here as well, but the UK's is +44, so
correct.
Another European country must be pretty close.
Okay, and Shapes?
I went for +6-3 as well. Jack and Paulister say, most of the European countries are two-digit numbers. So the UK is 4-4. France and Belgium are 3-4 and 3-2, but I can't remember which way round. I suppose if you're counting at that sort of pace, though they're probably not in geographical order, you could imagine sort of getting to Lithuania and that being however many more that is.
Okay.
So yeah, I sort of went on the same rationale as my teammates.
Okay, so you are unanimous. The question is, are you correct? Ape, let's go to you. What was your answer?
Yeah, kind of same boat as Team 2. I think it's a 2-digit code, so I went for A.
Okay, Brig?
No, I went for C, and the reason was I was pretty sure someone made a joke using it in a chat in a previous stream not so long ago, unless I'm misremembering it. So purely on that basis, that was 3 digits ended in 0. I went for C.
I'm trying to remember who was posting about Lithuanian dialing code. And
I can't remember the situation.
and
but,
hoping it was not me and I forgot about it
I
and,
don't
and
think
then
so.
question because that is likely. Okay, and Hallian?
So I went with C because I would think a relatively new country would get a relatively high country code number.
Okay, so Team 1 with still no points at the moment. Team 2 may be getting a point here. So +222 is Mauritania. Just put it in because it looked fun. One of those is Philippines. The other one is Lithuania. Now, a lot of you were correct in saying that yes, UK is 44, like Norway, Finland, there's like 45, 46, 47 around there. Spain is 34, Spain is 35, and so on. But somehow, Estonia is +372, Latvia +371, and Lithuania is +370.
Oh, very nice.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. Now, like you got me thinking that it may be something with newer or older country, but there aren't 370 countries in the world. Back in my middle school, there were around 200, so it shouldn't have gone up that much.
Might tie into what their area codes were when they were in the Soviet Union.
Potentially. But yeah, that's actually a curious thing for me to research for later. So thank you for that kind of homework. Moving on.
You're welcome.
Moving on to question 3 now. In US terms, the double crochet stitch would mean what kind of stitch in UK terms? Is it single crochet, double crochet, or triple crochet? Sort of another catnip question, if you will. And Ape, not seeing from you. Seeing on the thing. Okay. So yeah, let's start with Ape.
I don't know. I just put C. Like, I feel it's one of those things. Like, if you're asking the question, it should be a different answer, but also you're scheming sometimes, and it could be the same term. So I just picked a different answer because that felt more likely.
I wish I had that much scheming reputation in Among Us. Brig?
No, I went with B, double crochet. I sort of hoped you were double bluffing.
Okay.
Because I'd have no idea. I'm not a sewer myself, so I couldn't see what difference is between many of them.
Okay, and Hallian?
I just guess B because I know nothing about crocheting.
Okay, well, Team 1 still is... Oh, Dan, I see what you're doing there. Team 1 is still without points yet. Team 2, Jack Wilfred, what did you put?
I went for a single crochet. It's been years since I've cross stitched. I don't know what a triple crochet would entail.
Ooh.
And I didn't think it was sort of a trick question, so I went with A.
Okay. Paulister?
No idea. I just went for A and crossed my fingers.
Okay. And shapes?
I went for C. Again, crochet is not an area of expertise of mine, and I just presumed it wouldn't be the same, and then sort of did a mental coin flip for the other two.
Fair enough. So none of you get team points. I can firstly say that they are different. And they're even more different in Lithuania, which is a bit confusing when I started actively crocheting again. It seems that UK is counting of how many loops you have on your hook at a certain point, whereas US is more counting the like different steps at the same spot. So what in US is a single crochet, in UK is a double crochet, and what in US is double crochet, in UK is triple crochet. And then you even have like triple, double. So in UK, what's called double crochet is single crochet in US, and in Lithuanian terms, it would be even counting as like a sort of zero crochet, which is all kinds of headache until you get used to this.
My ears smell like burnt toast.
What do you mean?
These differences in terminology are making my brain short circuit.
Oh, okay. Moving on to the next question then. Question number 4. Which of these authors does not have a published work titled Metamorphosis, either in singular or plural? Dan Brown, Franz Kafka, or Ovid? Hollister, let me open up. Okay, I do see it in the thing. Let's start with Abe then. What's your answer? Abe?
Oh, ape. I thought you said Aiden, and I'm also like, who's
Oh,
Aiden?
sorry, sorry. Let's start with
Like,
Abe.
nobody's Aiden.
No,
I
my bad.
did go with A then. I know that Kafka wrote one, and I guess I'm not sure about Ovid, but I think they're like some Greek, like old timey person. So there's a good chance that they wrote something like that. So yeah, process of elimination and some weird logic gave me A.
Okay, Brick.
Yeah, similar. I've read all Dan Brown's novels. None of them called Metamorphosis. I don't think. Franz Kafka, I'm pretty sure definitely did one, and Ovid, I'm pretty sure did as well.
Okay, and Hellion.
Went with A because I knew for a fact that Kafka and Ovid had both written one.
Okay. So if you knew for a fact, I guess there's no point in me delaying the correct answer. Yes, I can reveal that Dan Brown does not have a metamorphosis or metamorphoses or pronunciation. But yeah, Kafka is the one about turning into a cockroach. Ovid was basically about all kinds of, uh, in Greek and Roman mythology, characters were often, turned into an animal, or like from human into a gust of wind or what have you. So it's that kind of mythological stories. So team 1 gets their first point. Team 2, can you follow up?
Yay.
Jack.
Yeah, I said I knew that there wasn't a Robert Langdon book called Metamorphosis, and I didn't know about the other two, but I just knew there wasn't a Dan Brown book called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hollister?
Yeah, same here. I went with A. I knew Franz Kafka wrote Metamorphosis, and I pinned Metamorphoses more towards Ovid than Dan Brown, so I went with A.
Okay, and Shapes?
Same thing. I knew Kafka did the one about the chap who woke up and discovered he'd turned into a cockroach. Ovid was a bit more of a punt, but I went to a university where there were a lot of drama students, and they were all doing Tales from Ovid in their first year, and I was
Fair enough.
pretty sure that had come up in what they were doing, because they were always gathering in our flat to go through things like that.
Okay. So yeah, it's a social. I'll raise my glass of water to that then, I guess. But yeah, Dan Brown doesn't have one. Yay for first points for Team 1.
Yay.
Yay.
Team 2 is still ahead, but only by 1 point, so still workable very much. Moving on to question 5. Dalmatia, yes, that's where the dog breed name comes from, is a historical region of which country? Croatia, Serbia, or North Macedonia? And Hollister?
I'm in again.
I don't see it on the separate thing. There we go. I see it now. Okay. Let's start with Team 2 this time. Jack Wilfred.
I went with A, Croatia. I actually thought Dalmatia was in Italy, so I just went with the closest country, sort of culturally or geographically, I think.
Okay, Hollister.
I went with A as well, but as a complete guess between Croatia and Serbia. Had ruled out North Macedonia prior. Flipped a coin. Hope it lands in my favor.
And Shapes.
I went with Croatia as well. That was my first thought when the question came up, and then I thought after I clicked the answers, am I second guessing myself? Is this not as straightforward as it first seems? But no, I'm pretty sure it is Croatia.
Okay. Team 1 then. Let's start with Hallian this time.
I went with Croatia because I knew it. This time, actually, from the National Dog Show, which aired this
Ooh.
past Thanksgiving.
So they mentioned regarding the breed and
Yeah, and they're talking about the
origins?
Dalmatian. They mentioned that it came from Croatia.
Nice. Okay. So I guess this is then once again the point where I revealed that that is correct answer. Team 2 has their third point now. Brig, what was your answer?
I put Croatia, and because in another hilarious Slumdog Millionaire moment, I've been watching Richard O'Hardy's Travel Man on all 4 over dinner recently, and one of the episodes was in Croatia, and he mentioned it. So that was literally a few days ago. Before then, I'd probably had no idea. But happy coincidence, I knew the answer. So yeah, good.
Okay. And Ape, can you get second point to your team then?
Well, I've had a lovely time.
Well, it's still not over yet.
I walked in C, and as soon as I did, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, Dalmatia, Croatia, like, oh shoot, maybe I should have went with A, but I went with C.
Yeah, too bad. I was like trying to think on the spot for like other countries that end in sha for the rhyme, but I couldn't, so I just focused on sort of Balkany region. But yeah, Team 2 is winning 3-1, which means that you really no, you can still do, but you don't have to yet, but you kind of want to answer the next question correctly, for better further questions. So moving on to question 6. Sidney Riley was the model for which fictional character? James Bond, Hercule Poirot, or Sherlock Holmes? Let's see. There we go. Hollister is once again hanging. I do see it in the separate thing. It seems somehow it's not syncing with that one, but that's okay. So let's start with A.
I went for B. I have not really a clue. I mean, there's kind of facets of each of these characters that make sense why they would want a person as a model.
Mhm.
but I really don't know or couldn't really work that out based on the name. But I went with B because it's kind of similar to Sherlock, I guess.
Okay. Brick.
I went with B as well, and it's mainly because I think I've been around sort of James Bond, Sherlock Holmes culture enough that if it that name would have jumped out if it was one of those two. I don't know enough about Christie to be able to say for certain if it is or not. So on the basis that it's the I suspect the least obvious answer, I've gone for Poirot.
Okay. And Hellion.
A, because I seem to remember an article where the headline had both his name and Bond's name in it.
Hmm. Okay. Well, no point for your team on this one either. Moving on to team 2, Jack Wilfred.
I went with A. James Bond. I originally took myself out of it and I took myself back in because I know that he's based on someone Ian Fleming knew when he worked during the war. But I have no idea what that person's name is, so I just guessed that it might be Sidney Riley.
Okay. Paulister.
It was A on a complete guess, basically almost as a sort of odd one out between the three.
Okay. I'm not forgetting you shapes yet, but I can reveal that the correct answer is James Bond. He was a Russian-born adventurer and secret agent employed by one of the Scotland Yard's branch, and Ian Fleming used as a model for James Bond for his novels. So the situation is that if Shaves has answered this correctly, we have a 4-1 situation, and Team 2 wins after with this question. If not, Team 1 are very desperate but still have hope. Shapes, what's your answer?
Alas, my answer was Sherlock Holmes. I'd never heard of Sidney Riley, so I basically took a punt again, and it didn't work this time.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if your team dislikes you, but Team 1 definitely loves you for this one right now, I think.
That's in 3.
Yeah. So for question number 7, Team 1 definitely need to answer that correctly and hope that that Team 2 does not. If Team 1 answers it incorrectly, Team 2's point does not matter at this stage. So question number 7. El Al is the national airline of which country? Egypt, Israel, or Algeria? Okay, not seeing yours. Let me refresh. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Let's start with team 1. Abe, what's your answer?
I hate just marginally knowing everything today, and I just can't hit anything. Like I know it's in the Middle East because of the all part, and I went with Israel. I'm not 100% on that.
Okay. Brick?
Well, ditto. Before the options came up, Israel was my gut feeling, and as it came up, I went for it. But I can certainly see why it could be Algeria. I don't think it's Egypt, so I went for Israel.
Okay. Hellion?
I knew it was Israel because one of my many special interests is planes. I know for a fact the livery has their name on it in Latin and Hebrew letters.
Okay. Well, I was planning to reveal it anyways, but with that confident point, I can see that yes, Team 1 still has hope. The correct answer is Israel. So now, if Team 2 answers, That's end of the round. Jack Wilfred, what did you go with?
I went with Israel. I don't know why, but I got loads of ads for Israel a few months ago. Visit Israel, tourism Israel, and El Al, the national airline.
Okay. Shapes?
This is actually this question was the first ever question when I was in a team from my school that went to audition for a TV show 21 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And we got it wrong. So it stuck with me.
Okay.
And I said Israel.
Okay, so at least after 21 years, you remembered. And we're left with Polister. Are you
skipped me for for good reason.
I mean,
I
yeah.
was wrong, and I'm sorry. I went for C, Algeria. I ruled out Egypt because I thought I knew of Egypt Air, and then I kind of fell into what I consider a bit of a trap with El Al, as in Algeria. So, sorry, guys.
Okay. Well, I'll say the similar thing, the same thing like I said to Shapes before. Team 1 definitely loves you, I think. Can't
Absolutely.
speak fully for
Check
them.
this in 3.
But yeah, so the score is still 2-3 with one question left in the round. There are a couple tiebreakers if needed, so that's fine. But score is 2-3, so once again, Team 1 need to answer correctly, and for Team 2 to answer incorrectly. If either Team 1 does not answer correctly or Team 3 does, rounds over with Team 2's win. Question number 8. In slang, idiot box refers to which domestic object? Television, microwave, or couch? Okay. Everyone logged in quickly. Team 1, 8.
I'm reasonably sure that it's television. I don't know that a couch is so much shaped like a box. I could understand microwave possibly being it, but yeah, this is the most confident I've been all night, and you saved it for the last one. Thank you. Television was my answer.
Brig?
Yeah, with television as well.
Okay, Hallian?
Same, television.
Okay, I can reveal that the correct answer is television. It's probably a bit too easy. It just ended up being the last one because I don't always put them in proper orders. So Team 1 still has hope. Now, if Team 3 answers correctly, Team 2 still wins. But by much closer result than in the beginning. If they do not, we have a tiebreaker scenario. And I both like those and do not. Jack, let's start with you.
I've never heard anyone say it, but I knew it had to be television.
Okay. Shapes?
I've not heard idiot box, but I assumed because television is sometimes just called the box, and I heard it called idiot lamp or something like that.
Ooh, that's
I went for television.
Okay. And once again, I'm leaving Polister for the end. Out of order.
Coming in clutch with a television.
Nice.
Yeah, unfortunate. I sort of thought I'd play around a bit more. But yeah, it is television, idiot box, because, well, television is supposedly making you stupid. On the other hand, it also brings us intellectual things like Golden Mind. So, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, this does mean that Team 1 has lost round 1, and Team 2 wins the first round with a score of 4-3.
Ooh.
Definitely much closer than it seemed in the beginning. Team 1 did manage to catch up, just sort of a little bit not enough, unfortunately. So congratulations, Team 2. You can You can have a breather for a minute while I try to hype up the who's leaving and who's staying in Team 1. So the rules for the losing team, if there is a player who has more points than either of the other two players in that team, that's the player moving on to round 2. Have you been following up with yourselves? Is there such a player? Do you know? Have you noticed?
I suspect Italian. I think he got 7.
Probably, yeah, I got 7.
Yeah.
Okay. That is actually correct. Yes. So Abe got 4 correct answers out of 8. Brig got 6, and Hallian got 7. So
Thank you.
sorry, Abe, once again.
Well, I mean, that's kind of my own undoing. I think what was the first 2 questions I could have actually gotten points for our team. So that's on me, but I hate to bring Brig down with me because he gave so many good answers.
Somebody has to be last, and it might as well be you.
Wow.
I'm going to go to my own personal idiot box now. Bye.
No, I did not. Oh, now
That's
I feel
alright.
bad.
No, it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Kat.
Yes.
But yes, Ape and Brig unfortunately are eliminated. I'm pretty sure Abe had fun at least to some extent because he was very much looking forward to this.
I like it when I'm not having to deal with the pressure of answering the questions that I don't know the answers to.
Fair enough. And Brig, hopefully you can you know, if you're doing Что где когда, or aka what where when or who where when, perhaps you'll be tempted to do this again as well, and
absolutely
we can think of something cool to do.
Excellent.
But yeah, thank you for playing. Hopefully you stay around.
Thank you for hosting.
No worries.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks. New game.
Okay, so we move on to round 2. Congratulations. Let me just go to, because I had some tiebreakers, go to slide. Where's my round 2? There's my round 2. In round 2, you're going to be playing in 2 teams of 2. I'll quickly explain the rules in case you haven't seen before. So you're going to play in 2 teams of 2, conferring this time. Also multiple choice with 4 options each. Question is targeted for a specific team. So let's say Team A gets the question. If they answer it correctly, they get 2 points. If they don't, it goes to the what I call passive team, and they can choose from the remaining 3 options. If they answer it correctly, then they get 1 point. So it's sort of steal in a way. Then we flip which team is active, which is passive, and go back and forth. Overall, 8 questions in the round, aka 4 pairs. Unless, once again, we have a clear winner. Both winning players go to round 3. I keep missing that typo, sorry. Winning team goes to round 3, and then we deal with the elimination of 1 person from the losing team. Now, the way teams are formed is Hallian is the player from the losing team, which means he can choose his partner. Do you want some stats, or we'll go with your heart? Oh, sorry, was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, misheard. So Jack, Wilfred, and Shapes have both answered 6 out of 8 correctly. Paulister has answered 5 out of 8 correctly. So still close.
Shapes need some love.
Abe does need love. Abe gets a lot of love, I think.
I said Shapes, but yeah.
Oh, I misheard that as Abe. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So you're choosing Shapes as your partner.
Yes.
Okay, which
and
means.
by the way, that's not a typo. The winning team just gets stuck in round 2 forever.
Oh, that would be interesting. Okay, so Shapes and Hallian, you are gonna be team 2, and Jack Wilfred with Paulister will be team 1. So, yeah, a technical remark. So we have Jack Wilfred and Paulister versus Shapes and Hallian. The way it works technically is I'm gonna read the question on all 4 answers, and once the answers are read, I would like for the passive team to deafen in Discord, so that what the active team is talking you cannot hear, but the stream can. Sort of thing. You are very much still encouraged to talk through DMs and what have you. And you will see a visible indicator of what option is chosen, and then you can come back and to voice and
Okay.
deal with us all.
Understood.
Okay. So right now we are going to question 1 for Jack, Wilfred, and Paulister. Warren is a collective noun for which animal? Lizard, zebra, seagull, or rabbit?
Right. Would this perhaps be something along the lines of like a warren of X, or like a murder of crows or something?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
notion of it. Yeah.
That's the ballpark.
Basically
Great.
the word for the group of animals.
Right. Do you have any ideas, Jack?
My original thought before I saw the options was it would be something like a badger or a raccoon or something. I suppose the closest one to that is rabbit, but I've never heard the phrase warren of rabbits. To be fair, collective nouns aren't things you normally hear, like parliament of owls is just as a fact. You never hear anyone actually say it.
Yeah,
So
that is...
it very much could be rabbit, and I just haven't heard it.
Honestly, I am erring towards that as well, having no better idea myself. So do you want to just go rabbit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think we're going to work it out just by sort of looking at the question. So yeah, we'll say rabbit.
Yeah, our answer is rabbit.
Okay, locking in rabbit, and that is... I must have placed the wrong slide, because that is actually correct.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just must done goofed while preparing the slides.
Way to play with our emotions.
Yeah. Oh, I see Hallian and shapes are still deafened. Let me... There we go. Yeah, so as soon as you see a visible indicator, either red or green, you can undeafen yourself. Just to clarify, because Hallian and Shapes, you may have missed that I done goofed on the slide, and rabbit is actually the correct answer. Yeah, which means we were moving on to question 2, which is now for Hallian and Shapes being the active team. And the questions are themed with each other within pairs. So this question is going to be about rabbits. How many toes do rabbits have? 12, 16, 18, or 20?
Right. Well, I guess this means in total.
In total, yes.
So my first instinct would be to sort of discount 18, because that's not a divisible by 4.
No, there are plenty of animals where their front feet have a different number of toes than their back feet. I believe rabbits are one of them.
Oh, okay. In that case, let's bring 18 back as an option then. So I'm trying to think. I did have a rabbit when I was very young, and I'm trying to think, because if it was 16, so that's going to be 4 toes on a foot. That seems possible, whereas 25 toes on a foot.
No.
I'm sure they don't have as many claws.
I'm pretty sure it's 18.
I'm happy to go with that.
Yeah, 4 toes on one set of feet and 5 on the other.
Oh, right, yeah, 4 toes on each of the front feet and 4, or each of the back feet and 5 on each of the other. So 4,
Yeah.
30, 18. Yep, I'm happy to go with that.
Same.
Locking in 18 then?
Lock it in.
Go for it.
And what? I messed up the slides. That's the correct answer. I'm sorry.
Point is hard.
Yeah.
We're doing the drama here.
I want Jack and Polyster. I once again messed up the slide. The 18 is actually correct answer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Even on goofs.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I just copied previous questions with where the correct answer is because technically it's easier for me, and I guess I copied the wrong slides. But yeah. So yes, they have 4 toes on each of their back legs, and 5 toes on each of their front legs, which was a bit confusing to me while I was cutting my rabbit's nails without knowing that information. I was like, something feels weird. I'm missing something. But apparently,
amount of cuteness.
An old friend is missing.
It's funny because we just completely dismissed 18. We didn't even think about it.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, "There's no way that the front and the back feet and paws have different number of toes."
Yeah, I kind of wanted to keep it. I kind of wanted to keep it the only non-divisible by 4 answer, just to have that as a red herring of like, oh, it's not divisible by 4. Does not make sense. So yeah, teams are 2-2, catnip 0, or catnip -2 for messing up the slides. Moving on to question 3 for Jack Wilfred and Polyster once again. In 2017 musical Everybody's Talking About Jamie, the main character, 16-year-old Jamie New, wanted to become a what? A teacher, a YouTuber, a chef, or a drag queen?
Oh, I think it's drag queen.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I thought it's got to be either YouTuber or drag queen.
Yeah, I don't think that this production would be about a YouTuber, but I think I recall seeing like what's called promotional material about this, and yeah, I definitely got such a vibe from that.
Yeah,
like it was about drag queens.
Yeah, I completely trust you on that. I'd go with drag queen.
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, we'll go for drag queen.
Okay,
Yeah,
locking in. Correct, and so is the slide. Okay, so yeah, he wanted to be a drag queen. So I just put YouTuber because yeah, I had to have something modern. But yeah, so it is actually based on a real story. Jamie New, he basically came out as gay when he was around that age, and he decided he wanted to be a drag queen, and he wanted to go to a prom wearing a dress rather than the standard male attire. There was a bit of a kerfuffle at school. People did not want to allow him to do that. In the end, he did so. There appeared people who made a documentary about that as he was going through it. Like a guy who wants to wear a dress to a prom. And then later, other people contacted the documentary people to make a musical about it, and it's now actually going to be turned into a movie in 2021 as well, which I'm excited about. I haven't seen the musical, but
Neat.
So, question number 4 to Shapes and Hallian is about the same musical. And the same musical's musical number, and you don't even know it. There's a line saying, "And when you're old, like how old? 32, 54, 73, or 85?"
Now, while Hallian and I were talking over the last question, I was saying that my knowledge of it is basically from the fact there's a lot of posters in the tube station that I go to work through.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's more than I've got.
So I knew from the visual what Jamie wants to be.
Right.
He's in very elaborate drag in the poster.
Fair enough.
But as for the actual content of the show, Um, I've got less knowledge. The
I'm
only
gonna,
thing-
I'm just tempted to blind guess 32, because when you're 16, 32 seems like unfathomably old,
It does.
and also because it rhymes with Jamie New.
Oh, I like that. I mean, like all the others are like they're beyond halfway in a human life, an average human lifespan.
Yeah.
And 32 is only old when you're a school kid, which Jamie is.
Yep.
So I'm happy to go 32.
Yeah.
Are you in agreement?
Lock in 32.
Locking in 32. And you are. No, the wrong slide. Sorry. It is 32. I don't know what's
Oh,
wrong
goodness.
with my slides today.
Not
I'm
after we're done.
sorry. But yeah, it's just like you said. I was tempted to put in that he's 16 years old here, but luckily you remembered from the previous question. And yeah, and the song does actually go, and when you're old like 32, something something Jamie knew. It does rhyme with his name specifically.
Nice fun, Hallian.
Okay.
So yeah, both teams 4-4, catnip -3.
Oh, goodness me.
Hugs.
It's sort of additional layer to the game. Like, no, have the panic of being wrong.
Yes.
You
The
know.
layers.
Yeah. So, question number 5. Back to Jack, Wilfred, and Pollister.
Oh boy.
Lithuanian idiom "kabinti makaronus ant ausų" literally translates as hanging noodles on the ears, as in on the ears of someone else. What does it actually mean? Offer home cooked food to someone, to tell lies, to make another person pretty, or pay no attention.
Ooh. Already, I think pay no attention is jumping at me, because if you want to hang noodles on somebody's ears, it's like they're like furniture or something. So you can kind of pay no attention to them. I'm happy to entertain any other answers as well.
I never thought of it that way, that you could be hanging noodles on another person's ears, not your own.
Yeah, if it's on another person's ears, then that's my reasoning.
I don't know how to tell lies would fit into it. The other two kind of could make sense.
Yeah.
Offer home cooked food, I suppose. But yeah, pay no attention sounds like it would make more sense than offer home cooked food.
Yeah, I would say that. Basically, do you want to go for pay no attention then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think we have a better idea.
Yeah, we'll go for pay no attention.
Okay, locking that in. Incorrect. And this
Ooh.
time it's truly read for the first time tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, there we go. So yeah, pay no attention is actually incorrect. And you get to choose from the remaining 3 options.
Cool. Hallian knows this one, so I'm gonna.
Yep, it is telling lies.
Okay, I'm locking that in. Or I take it you trust Hallian, and that is correct. Yeah, so it's sort of, I don't know how else to explain it. It's similar to like another jargon option is like you're whiffing Arabs, so sort of like you're puffing smoke in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of connotation that like you're just putting fake things in front of them. You're telling them something that's not true, something that does.
You're pulling the wool over their eyes.
There we go.
Closest one I
That's
can
the
think of in
English one.
English.
Yeah, that must be the one. But yeah, so basically that's the idea, and that's the party. And so now, wow, Sheeps and Hallion are in front by only 1 point, 5-4. And it's their question to answer for the next one, which is also about Lithuanian idioms. Another Lithuanian idiom, iš pirmų lūpų, literally translates as from the first lips. What does it actually mean? First baby's words, first kiss, primary source, like for information, or best public speaker, like among a specific group.
What do you
Primary
think?
source, like from the horse's mouth in English.
That was my thought as well. Because it's from the first lips that speak something. So
Yeah.
sort of first kiss sounds like it's too literal because it's actually use of lips.
Yeah.
Best public speaker.
Also, none of the other three options would come from anything.
Yeah, and sort of first words would be. Yeah, again, sort of I can't really sort of make it fit the sort of words in the expression as readily as primary source seems to.
Yeah, same.
Shall we go for that?
Yeah, let's lock it in.
Locking in, which one, sorry? Primary source, I believe you said?
It's the primary source.
The primary source. That is correct!
Nice.
So that was
Excellent.
C, and that was C. Okay. Yeah, so it does mean I didn't know the idiom from the horse's mouth. I just Googled it, and it does pretty much mean the same as in like from the primary source, not retold by anyone else, from the someone who was there when it actually happened, pretty much. So yeah, that does increase your lead by 3 points, which means that you are in a good position. Jack and Pollister need to both answer their own and steal yours afterwards to simply tie.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the
However.
you know. So once again, Team 1 is struggling. Team 2 is ahead. That's an interesting RNG.
The curse of the first team.
Curse of the
Yeah.
first. From the
Right.
first curse. From the first lips, the first curse. I don't.
It's going straight from first to worst.
Aw. Okay, so question number 7 is for Jack, Wilfred, and Pollister. Yes, I'm not confusing the teams. For Jack, Wilfred, and Pollister, and the is, which of these composers is not considered to be one of the 3 Viennese classics? Richard Strauss, Joseph Haydn, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, or Ludwig van Beethoven?
Ooh. Okay.
What are you thinking here?
What am I thinking here? I'm between one of the top two, Strauss and Haydn.
I'm drawn to Haydn.
You're drawn to Haydn?
Yeah. Just because. I mean, it could be that one of the obvious ones is actually not one of them, but I don't know. Strauss, Mozart, and Beethoven sound like they link in a way.
Yeah, I think so. But honestly, I have no better knowledge of the answer, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we've got nothing better. I'm sure Hallian will know this.
Probably.
Yeah. Either that or he's got the same as us. It's 50-50, or we're going to narrow it down for them. But yeah, we'll go Haydn.
Yeah, we'll go Haydn.
Going Haydn. And that is. Wait. Oh. Incorrect.
Hey.
Haydn is one of the Viennese classics, and unfortunately, that means that you do lose the round. No wait, that's not the one. That's not the one I meant. Never mind. But yeah, unfortunately, Shapes and Hallian have the enough of a lead to be winners of this round. What would have been your guess?
Strauss, Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week.
Okay, so yeah, the correct answer is indeed wrong slide. That is really hurt. I don't know what's going on. Like I should have kept this. I should have done this on purpose for April 1st. But the correct answer is actually Richard Strauss. The other three are parts of the Viennese classics of the three Viennese classic composers. So congratulations, Shapes and Hallian. You
Thank you.
can take a breather for one more question. Let me just do that. So that's 14, and that is 13. Let me change shape. Sorry, just preparing for round 3 already. No, that's the other way around. Okay. And for Jack and Polyster, we're gonna have a sudden death, as if this wasn't gloomy enough. Now, for sudden death, you will need to go on to Buzzin. I am DMing you a link as well by courtesy of a Minky. There we go. There we go. I see Jack in there. And Polyster. Let's just quickly test the buzzer. Jack. Okay. And Polyster. Okay. Things work okay, it seems. So yeah, in this one, and in this one, you're also gonna get the question with 4 options, like in just this round. The difference is that it's fingers on buzzers. Whoever buzzes in first gets to answer. If that's correct, congratulations, you win. If not, the opponent gets from the remaining 3 answers. If we don't, and we go back and forth until we have a correct answer, and whoever gives the correct answer is the winner. Moving on to round 3. All clear?
All clear.
Okay.
Best of luck.
And
Best of luck, man.
wait, how do I log buzzers? Just toggle lock, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
lock them on.
Okay. So, question: which of these countries at the moment does not have a female president? Is it Taiwan, Trinidad and Tobago, Georgia, or Lithuania? Jack buzzed in first.
It's Lithuania. They elected a man very recently.
Ooh,
That is correct answer.
nice. GG.
Yeah, we had a female president before that, but in our last election we elected a male president. I shall not comment on his efficiency or other qualities. We could have we could have had way worse. But the female who got second place is now the newly elected prime minister. So that's nice to know. Anyways,
I was gonna show off by saying his name, but I am scared of like guessing the pronunciation.
Oh, please entertain me, please do.
President Nozeda?
Nozeda, close enough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mock you for it, for sure. So yeah, congratulations, Jack.
Congrats,
You're
man.
moving on to round 3. And commiserations, Polyster.
That's fine.
I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a really fun quiz all around.
Yay.
Quite difficult for my caliber of knowledge, but it was fun nonetheless. So thank you for having me.
Glad to hear
You're a
that.
great teammate.
Aww.
Aw, great teammate as well.
Aww. Yeah, I hope you stay around for the rest of the stream. And yeah, once again, thanks for playing.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Thank you. See you around.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So let me just check. So Jack, Hollister, Shapes. Oh, okay. So now we go on to round 3. Team game, no more. It's all individual. You're all playing for yourself. 3 individual players. You will choose a topic. Each topic will have 20 statements to it that are this or that type questions, essentially. You will have 60 seconds to answer all of those 20 questions. It just goes back and forth with me and voice. And the correct answers, the issue with scoring is that correct answers are counted as in banked of 3. So let's say you answer the first 3 questions correctly, you get 3 points. Question 4, you answer correctly. Question 5, correctly. Question 6, incorrect. You go down to having only 3 points. And like your needed set of 3 resets. So let's say if you burn at question 5, you go down to 3, and then we start with question 6 to have a new set of 3, as it were. 2 players with the best scores move on to the final round 4, and with the 3rd player, unfortunately, we're gonna say goodbye. Usually you would be able to choose from 5 topics. This week was absolutely mayhem for me because I work with a product. I do admin for a product that's very much Christmas gifty. So it's been an absolute mayhem, and we're in rush, and I just did not have time, or when I had time, did not have mental capacity to prepare more than 3 topics. So you will each still have a topic, just the 3rd person will end up not having a proper choice. So apologies for that. But yeah, the sequence where we're gonna choose the topics is happening based on the individual scores of the game so far, of the episode so far. So in first place we have Hallian with 14 points. In second place we have Shapes with 13, and the third one is Jack with 10 throughout the both previous rounds. So Shapes and Jack can take a moment to just see how it's going before they answer. And we're going to start with Hallian. You can choose from 3 topics. They are quite coded. So I even put not to Hungary to signify that it's very much not geography. I can give you that much. But you have a choice from 3 topics. Resting place, top 10, or Hungary, sort of not. Which one do you choose?
Drawn towards top 10.
Top 10. Okay. So for top 10, Hallian, there we go. Yes, so for top 10, I'm going to be naming you 20 sports, or specifically 20 track and field events. You're gonna tell me which 10 of those events are part of the modern decathlon. The other 10 are not. So basically you're just gonna have to tell me yes or no. Yes if they are in the modern decathlon, no if they're not. Sounds good? Sounds clear?
Sounds good.
Okay, we can start as long as I fiddle around with my setup. Okay. Pole vault.
Yes.
Correct. 100-meter hurdles.
No.
Incorrect. 100-meter hurdles is in women decathlon. Men decathlon have 110 meters, but it's still part of modern.
That's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Women's decathlon is basically not a thing in the United States.
Fair. But it is part of the modern decathlon as such. I can tell you immediately that the 110-meter hurdles are not going to be present in this list. The other 9 events are the same across both men and women decathlons. Okay, starting again with discus throw.
Yes.
Correct. 3,000-meter steeplechase.
No.
Correct. 4 times 100 meters relay.
No.
Correct. 3 points. Nothing more to comment on that. 100 meters.
Yes.
Correct. Triple jump.
No.
Correct. 60 meters hurdles.
No.
Correct. You have 6 points. Moving on. 3,000 meters.
No.
Correct. Long jump.
Yes.
Correct. 1,500 meters.
Yes.
Correct. 9 points. Moving on. 200 meters.
No.
Correct. 60 meters.
No.
Correct. 400 meters.
Yes.
Correct. Doing very well. 12 points. So very well doing with time as well. Moving on. Which one did I end on? Shoot. I ended on... Wait, so that was 1, 2. That's burn. So I finished with 14. Yeah. Okay. 10,000 meters.
No.
Correct. Javelin throw.
Yes.
Correct. High jump.
Yes.
Correct. 15 points. 11.7 seconds left. 3 questions left. 4 times 400 meter relay.
No.
Correct. Hammer throw.
No.
Correct. Shot put.
Yes.
Correct. 18 points scored. 19 correct answers out of 20. There was that one that burned you additional points. That's an absolutely remarkable result.
Thank you.
Very well done.
And fun fact, the current world record holder in the women's decathlon is from Lithuania.
Yes, Austraspita. And I knew she got some medals. I knew she was doing well. I just didn't remember that she had a record. Yes, Silent Marine is correct in chat. That is the tournament record. There, and I agree with Applecast. Like, theoretically, you're not set because the other 2 players could be just as much of a beast as you performed just now. But it's I don't think I've ever seen in the actual game. I don't think I've ever seen a player with 18 points not going through. So very well done on that regard. In that regard. And yeah, you can take a breather and wait for Shape's result.
Okay.
Shapes can choose from resting place or Hungary. Not.
Well. I am going to plump for Hungary not.
Hungary not. Okay. So there we go. Where's Shapes? There you are. I originally wanted to call this to title this topic Budapest as a nod of it being a capital of Hungary, but I thought that was too far. So I say Hungary not because I should more say Hungry, because we're gonna be talking about food.
Oh, very good.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm gonna name you 20 traditional dishes from around the world, and you're gonna have to tell me if that dish has meat or not. Now, obviously, there could be some additional variants doing it the other way, but I'm talking about sort of the by default, the most traditional method way of it being a thing as such. So basically, by default, does it have meat or not?
Okay, the standard version.
Yes, the standard usual version. So you'll preferably you're gonna answer me with either meat or no meat, if that is fine with you. We could go yes or no if you prefer.
I would say meat and, well, they might not all be vegetarian. They might not all be vegetable, I suppose. So yeah, meat or no meat.
Meat, no meat. Okay, that works for you. Okay, so starting now, pasta carbonara.
Meat.
Correct. Tom yum thai.
Meat.
Correct. Edamame.
No meat.
Correct. I'm gonna let like 3 more seconds because I messed up the clock in the beginning. So yeah, pasta carbonara is obviously pasta dish with pancetta, eggs, and cream sauce. Tom yum thigh is a side dish. Oh, sorry. Oh, it was meant to be tom yum. Pardon. Tom yum is a side dish because I put in the wrong column. Catnip -5 at now, I think. So it's a Thai soup with shrimps, chicken, fish, and herbs. Edamame is Japanese dish of soybeans topped with sea salt. Papa a la Huancaina.
No meat.
Correct. Gado gado.
Meat.
Incorrect. Papa la Huancaina is Peruvian boiled yellow potatoes on lettuce leaves with corn, olives, and boiled eggs. Gado gado is Indonesian mix of vegetables, and I believe it just means mixed or something like that.
Cool.
Moving on. Biryani.
Meat.
Correct. Caldo verde.
No meat.
Correct. Adobo.
Oh, sorry.
Adobo.
No meat.
Incorrect. On the third one, which hurts a bit. So biryani is Pakistani dish with rice, meat, vegetables, and spices. Caldo verde, soup of cabbage, potatoes, onions, olive oil. I believe that's Portuguese. And adobo is national dish of the Philippines. Chicken or pork in various variants of marinade. Okay, continuing. Mansaf.
Meat.
Correct. Kodbular.
No meat.
Incorrect. Mansaf is Jordan's national dish with rice and meat. The meat is cooked in dry yogurt. Kodbular is Swedish meatballs, basically. So you're still on 3 points. Half questions in. Would be nice to get some more. Shakshuka. Or shakshuka. Incorrect. Poached eggs with with sauce made of tomatoes, chili peppers, onions, and cumin. Plieskavica.
No meat.
Incorrect. Serbia's national dish, spiced meat patty mix of beef, pork, and lamb. Pampo and kokis.
Meat.
Incorrect. It's pumpkin fritters.
I think this happened last time.
Really? Oh.
I think I sort of was very good at getting these either or questions wrong with that time as well. Never mind.
Kushari.
Meat.
Incorrect. National dish of Egypt, macaroni noodles, rice, lentils, and tomato sauce. Kitfo.
No meat.
Incorrect.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's Ethiopian minced raw beef marinated in a chili-based spice blend. Next, Schweinshaxe.
No meat.
Incorrect. Bavarian roasted ham hock. Feijoada.
Meat.
Correct. Frioles negros. That's the last
no
one.
meat.
That is correct. I'll give you that as being in time. So you stay on those two. In this case, so you get 5 points in total. Feijoada is Portuguese stew of black beans with mixed beef and pork cuts, and frioles negros is Mexican cuisine and essentially black beans, a dish of black beans. So you get 5 points.
Okay.
Which means that Halion is definitely moving to the final round of the episode. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Shapes, I'll be honest, you're in a rough position.
In a bit of danger.
in quite a bit of danger. There definitely have been cases where players with 5 points do go through, but it's not as often as with
It hasn't
different.
happened much in this tournament, I'll admit.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how often we had the score of 5. But anyhow, so yeah, you're now gonna be a bit sitting on needles as we come.
Mhm.
You'll fire that which I desire. I'll take that note, Hallian. So it all depends on Jack's performance. So Jack by default gets the topic of resting place.
I am terrified right now. This is the one I didn't want, but
Oh,
we'll
Same.
see.
how would you have done on the previous two?
Well, I would have gone for Hungary, thinking it would be either some sort of thing relating to Hungary, so
Right.
or countries or that sort of thing. So I would have gone for that, and I think I would have managed the food questions.
Okay.
I love my food, but I would have absolutely bombed it.
Okay. Yeah, it's I guess because it's all around the world, it's not that well known for most of the part.
Yeah. The decathlon I think I would have guessed my way through, but there were a few sort of curveballs there, like I think the hammer throw was on there, and I would have just assumed that was on there.
Yeah, like it seems all the throws are in there, but that's the
Yeah.
one that's
It's
not.
actually my favorite track and field discipline is the hammer.
Oh, okay. I think mine's probably the discus. But again, we have a good Lithuanian sportsman doing well there. So anyhow, Jack, you need at least 6 points. In case of a tie, in case of you getting 5 points, Shapes wins the tiebreaker by default because the way the actual game phrases it, it's because that player answered first. In reality, because it's based on the overall performance, I like to think it of a gift for that, which coincides with them answering first. But yeah, so you need 6 points to go through the final. Passive play is not allowed, and by that I mean is like in Shape's case, he ended on a second question in the 3 when the time ran out, and we finished at that. He got both of those 2 points. So you're not allowed to stall in order to get that kind of hanging scenario to get benefit of. It's quite interpretational, and I don't think it's even possible to happen. I don't think I haven't seen the opportunities for that to happen much, but just in case.
It's okay. I'll play for 6.
So you get the topic of resting place. Do you have any idea of what it may be?
I'm thinking it's people who are buried somewhere, like Arlington National Cemetery or Westminster or somewhere.
Okay. It's not people. It's things that people make. So I'm gonna name you 20 pieces of artwork, and you're gonna tell me if that piece of artwork is in Louvre Museum, and I mean the original one, the main one in Paris, not in any like replica museums or branch museums, or somewhere else. So yes for the Louvre, no for somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope all 20 questions are Mona Lisa, otherwise I'm going to struggle here.
Do I have? Those 20 are definitely different. They're not gonna be the same. Oh, IKEA, but oh gosh, dupless. Okay, so 20 pieces of art. Not all of them are paintings. A good majority are paintings, but there are some other art included as well. And if you are ready, so yes, if they're in the Louvre, or however you pronounce that one, and no if they're somewhere else. Okay?
Okay.
Girl with a pearl earring.
No.
Correct. The coronation of Napoleon.
Yes.
Correct. The black square.
No.
Correct. 3 points. Girl with the Pearl Earring is in Mauritius Museum in the Netherlands, as is by the Netherlands painter. Coronation of Napoleon is in the Louvre. Black Square is by Malevich, and therefore in Tretyakov Gallery in Russia.
Those are complete guesses.
Okay. Girl with the Pearl Earring is by Vermeer. Or however.
I knew Pearl Earring was Dutch, so it was unlikely to
Fair.
be there, but the others were guesses.
Okay. Liberty leading the people.
Yes.
Correct. The Seated Scribe.
No.
Incorrect. Not much to commend, just they're both in the Louvre. Dying Slave.
No.
Incorrect. Michelangelo sculpture, and that is in the Louvre. Mona Lisa.
Yes.
Correct. Venus de Milo statue.
No.
Incorrect. Both of those are in the Louvre. Louvre? I'm that word sounds weird now.
It's the Louvre.
Louvre. Okay. You do not pronounce the R. Noted. The Louvre. Next one. Bathsheba at her bath.
No.
Incorrect. By Rembrandt. By Rembrandt, who I believe is also Dutch, but in the Louvre. Next one. Guernica.
Yes.
Incorrect. That is by Picasso, if I remember correctly, and it's in Madrid, Museo Reina Sofia. Next, The Scream.
Yes.
Incorrect. By Norwegian painter Munch. So 2 copies in National Gallery of Norway and the Munch Museum, also in Norway. Creation of Adam.
No.
Correct. Last Supper.
No.
Correct. The Thinker.
Yes.
Incorrect. I'm sorry. Oh, burning down on the third. Creation of Adam is a fresco in the Sistine Chapel. Last Supper is also a mural in a convent in Milan. And The Thinker is a statue by Rodin, and it is in Musea Rodin, which is in, I don't remember which European country. Is it also like the Denmark or Netherlands, somewhere around there? Rodin, maybe Germany?
Those are the first one I actually did know the location of, because I remember reading about the restorations of them.
In Philadelphia.
Alright. Museum Rodin is in Paris, France, but it's still not the Louvre. Okay, so I on The Thinker. Starting again, Starry Night.
No.
Correct. Winged Victory of Samothrace.
No.
Incorrect. Starry Night is by Van Gogh in Museum of Modern Art, New York. Winged Victory of Samothrace is a statue, and that is in the Louvre. We have 4 questions left, 8 seconds. You need 6 points, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay. The Birth of Venus.
No.
Correct. David by Michelangelo.
No.
Correct. The Lace Maker.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh!
Just in time.
Oh,
wow.
Again, the first 2 I knew, the third was a complete guess.
Let me just check. The Birth of Venus is by Botticelli in Uffizi Gallery in Florence, Italy. Michelangelo's David is the statue that's also in Florence, Italy, Galleria dell'Accademia. And the Lace Maker is... I don't remember now if it's a painting or a statue, and I haven't marked down, but it is in the Louvre.
Oh, God.
So, clutch at the last second. Especially because it's very much like it's on the dot. I'm definitely taking it like as normal, especially considering I'm manually handling the time. There was 1 question left, which we would not have made in time. But yeah, so close. Congratulations, Jack. Commiserations, Shape.
Oh, it's okay.
I was almost getting happy. It's like, oh, someone with 5 points is gonna go through, and then yeah,
I was thinking a lot sooner than that I was going to be
fair.
dispatched. It was like, oh my goodness, this might happen.
Yeah, I think there were two or three threes that Jack burned, and there were a couple twos as well, which were a bit painful in comparison. So yeah. Commiseration shapes. Well done. So
No
once again, you
problem.
got to the final three.
Same as last
Well
time.
played.
This
Yeah.
round obviously has some effect on me.
Well. If I make this again, perhaps you'll be able to beat it then.
Finally make the breakthrough.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you enjoyed it.
I
Please?
did, yes.
Lovely.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
And
playing.
guys, good luck in the final.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you, Shapes. Stick around for the rest of the stream. And
Will
yeah,
do.
thank you. And with bye. And with
Thanks.
Halion and Jack, put your names there. We are moving to the final round of the episode and of this. So go to slide round 4. Oh, that is the next one. So once again, you're head to head. It's gonna be everything is gonna be on buzzers. So I do see Jack in there. Let me.
I've closed the window. Give me a sec.
That is fine. I'm just sending one now to Halion. No, wait, no, that's not the thing. Wait. So not message link. There we go. That's the link. So if okay, that disconnected. So that's no. There we go. Remove that, and then I can remove that. Okay, I see you're both buzzed in. I've cleared. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I've cleared buzzers. So yeah, round 4. The way it's gonna happen is you're gonna be head to head. You this time no options. You're gonna be answering open questions. The trick, as it were, is that all these questions in this round can be answered by using a combination of some existing knowledge that's more or less universal and logical thinking based on what is in the question. And that's what I call Lithuanian style questions. What we call they're thinkable questions rather than knowing questions, as it were. You have 20 seconds to buzz in for the answer. Whoever buzzes in first gets to answer the question. If they are incorrect, the opponent has 10 seconds remaining to answer, no matter what timing point was at that stage. 1 point for a correct answer. There are 2 special questions, and I'll get to them when we get to them. Overall, 10 questions in the set. So the winner is either best out of 10 or the first to reach 5 points. Please buzz in only when I finish reading the question. I'm not sure if I'll be able to handle the unlocking from my end, though maybe I will. We'll see. But yeah, are we clear on the procedures?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, moving to best of luck to both. And moving on to question 1. In a 2018 movie, Nicole Kidman played a queen named Atlanta. How was her kingdom called? Okay, I see Halion buzzed in.
Atlantis?
Oh right, that is correct. The movie was Aquaman, and the main hint is simply in her name. So Queen Atlanta ruled Atlantis. It took me a moment because in Lithuanian it's Atlantida, and I'm like, can I take that? as simple as that. Starting off a bit easy. Question number 2. Let me clear buzzers. There we go. Question and then toggle. Okay. Question number 2. Case Frankish describes something as a list of things which the list creator did mostly for the sole purpose of adding them to that list. Name that list in 2 symbols. Seven seconds. Okay. No answers in time. I'm not sure if I have a hint of the. Oh, I see Georgia, Atlanta. Okay, that makes sense too. Unfortunately, the time is gone, so it's too late to buzz in for that.
It's okay. That was a misclick.
Okay. Just clarifying. This is actually it's essential. It's a CV. Because then you're doing the things that you put on there kind of mostly just for the sake so that you can put them on your CV. Obviously, in real life, not always true, but that was the idea.
That question went completely over my head.
Right.
I thought it had something to do with symbols, as in like emoji.
Same.
Punctuation.
Oh,
In
I
America,
see.
we call it a resume, not a CV.
I know that resume is a more frequent name for that, but when I did the research, I did see like both CV and resume as sort of interchangeable, so I thought it wouldn't be that much of a barrier. But yeah, fair. Okay. Next question is, I believe this is the question that's actually submitted by John, aka Dupless Force in chat. If you still have ideas for questions for rounds 2 or 4, just send me a DM. There is a pinned post with some guidelines for those questions in the Golden Mine channel on Discord. I do have some submissions from another community member that I have not input yet, and I'm definitely doing that for either the mini final or the final. Just basically I put John's in here already because he will be playing in the mini final and therefore possible to play in the final. So question number 3, attention to the screen players, because I know I read it verbally, but there will be visual material. In graph theory, the network above is one of a family of graphs named after which German mathematician? Hallian?
Schlafly.
Sorry?
Schlafly.
That is incorrect. Jack, you have 10 seconds for your answer.
Oh, great. I've got to think of a name of a German mathematician. The only thing I can think of relating to graphs or shape is Euler, but I know he's not German, but I'll just say Euler anyway.
Euler. That is incorrect as well. If neither of you would have given an answer, I would have given you a hint. I don't think I can give a hint now. My hint for like sort of for funsies, my hint would have been that you should focus on the top part of the graph.
Oh, Mobius, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that is Mobius. With the for those who may not know, the Mobius strip is essentially a strip that it's sort of like a glued circle shape, but it's not flipped. It's sort of twisted in one space, and therefore it has the single surface throughout. So this graph more or less represents that, and the top part with seemingly triangles signifies that twist. So I immediately went with I like this question when John said that to me. So yeah, no correct answers. But I very much like the question. Question number 4. So right now we are 1-0. Hallian is winning. Question number 4 is going to be a different question. So that is what I would call word chain. You may know it as word ladder, I guess, more prominently. You're going to see, this is an example from one of the previous episodes. You're going to see a list of 4 clues. And the answers to those clues are going to differ just by 1 letter. And they're all in a sequence. So instead of 20 seconds, you will have 40 seconds for this question. And then the opponent would have 20. If you get it correctly, you'll get 2 points. But I'm going to need to hear all 4 answers to the clues. So for example, in here, the clues were temperature, protection, to bend or twist out of shape. And fish, the correct answers were warm, ward, warp, and carp. So when you buzz in, I will need to hear all 4 words. You can give them in any order you want, but I need to hear all 4. And if not, that goes over to your opponent to get 1 point. If you're the first one to answer, you get 2 points. Clear enough?
Clear.
Yeah.
Okay. The actual word chain question. What stayed in Pandora's box? Deal with something difficult. Central part. A body of traditions and knowledge. Okay, I see Hallian buzz in.
Hope, cope, core, lore.
Do you have any opposition, Jack?
No, that was brilliant. I got stuck up on a body of traditions and knowledge being code, and I couldn't find anything between cope and code for Central Park.
Oh, I would not have thought about it being code would still have fit language-wise. That is correct answer. So Hallian gets 2 points. And now is leading with the result of 3-0. So yeah, Jack would need to start with accumulating some points soon. Back to usual open questions for question 5. In one of Logical Puzzles by Puzzler Magazine, the setting of the sort of plot of the puzzle is Barbie's world. The puzzle mentions several guys with the same first name buying various products. Which US state is sort of accidentally mentioned in this puzzle? Jack Wilfred?
Oh, is it Kentucky?
Why would you say that?
Well, I think the issue is that I'm stuck between 2, and the other one might be the right answer, but Kentucky being the one with Ken in it.
So yes, I say accidentally because there's a lot of pun work in issues of that magazine, which is part of why I like it. And all the guys, because the setting is in Barbie world, all the guys that were mentioned in the puzzle were named Ken and had different surnames. One of the Ken was surnamed Tucky. This way, sort of accidentally, sort of on purpose, in order to create a pun, you could see the Kentucky in the puzzle. So, well done, Jack. Getting those points. Question number 6 is going to be a little bit different again. It's going to be true or false question. So I'm going to give you a statement, and whoever buzzes in first just needs to tell me if that statement is true or false. If they're correct, they get the 1 point. If they're incorrect, the opponent gets 1 point by default. Question number 6, true or false? Norway has their own version of the TV program Taskmaster. Hallian.
True.
Do you know or just guessing?
Believe it originated there.
I don't know if it originated there, but they do definitely have a version of it. So congratulations, that is true. Now I thought it originated in UK. Originally created, yeah, Alex Horn was one of the creators of the show, and then adapted it later for the television. So it did not originate in Norway, but that was not the question. So
I had heard of the Norwegian version first.
fair enough. But they definitely have one, and that puts Hallian at 4 points to Jack's 1. Now, and we're at question 6. This was question 6, which means that if Hallian answers the next question correctly, he wins the episode. I am not confusing anything, am I? Just trying to parse it. Luka 4. Luka 4, jeigu 5, liks tik 3. Yes, that is correct. If Hallian answers the next question correctly, he wins the episode. Question number 7. In sport, there's a move called egg beater. The name is given because during this move, the legs have to be rotating in different directions, meaning one clockwise, while at the same time the other needs to spin anti-clockwise. Such movement helps the bottom half of the body to remain stable, while allowing the upper half to indulge in the needed moves. Name the sport. Jack. What's the first one?
Guess. Water polo.
Incorrect. Hallian, you have 10 seconds to think.
Swimming.
I cannot take that, unfortunately. It is synchronized swimming. You are close, but it's a different sport.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I remember doing something similar when I used to swim.
Yeah, so
something in the water.
Fair. Yeah, it is with water, because it's sort of like, right, where else would you need, where you would be able to keep like bottom and upper half of the body separated with things, as it were. But yeah, so this helps in synchronized swimming, and just, yeah, especially when like the whole win is on the line. I cannot take that. So the score is still 4-1, and we have now 3 questions left, which means Jack needs to answer this correctly to have a chance to tie. Right? Yes, this was question 7. 3 left, so Jack needs to answer this in order to have a chance to tie. For either Hallian's correct answer or no correct answer from either of the players, Hallian wins the episode. Question number 8. Let me just do that. Question number 8. In 2017, one board game published a spin-off version, of itself. In this variant, you can go insane, and instead of the princess, the main card is a certain kind of monster. Which author is mentioned in the title of the spin-off? Jack buzzed first.
I know the game is probably Love Letters or something like that.
A good game.
I'm gonna need what author is mentioned.
Let's say Bram Stoker.
That is incorrect. Which means that Hallian wins the episode. As such, because there's no way to catch up with this plus 2 questions remaining. Hallian, what would have been your answer? Because you buzzed in almost at the same time.
Say again?
What would have been your answer? Because you buzzed in.
Lovecraft.
That is correct. The spin-off was called the Lovecraft Letter from the.
Oh.
Oh, I see score buzzes furiously. Sorry, wasn't looking at the chat. But yeah, instead of princess, there's the Cthulhu, which is a monster, and you can go insane. And Lovecraftian literature and board games are all about going insane. So yeah, congratulations, Hallian. A round of applause.
Thank you.
Well done.
You're gonna join the, like I mentioned, Grunkle, Liquid Courage, Lucario, and Samster for the tournament final that whose date is yet to be announced. Jack Wilfred, you should not be too sad yet, because you'll still have another chance in the mini final, as I call it, with Cetra, Procyon, John, and Applecast, which will also date is to be announced and to be arranged and things. So you'll still have a chance. But Hallian goes through to the tournament final already. Fighting for the chance to win a lot of pride and some Lithuanian treats.
Game well played.
Definitely
Yeah,
well played both.
congratulations.
And I think that's now the second time in this tournament that we had the player from the losing team in round 1 win the episode. I think Samster last episode did the same thing. So it just proves that this game works in mysterious ways. But yeah, thank you for playing very much to both.
Thank you.
I'll see you again at least once.
Till then.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well done to all players. Thank you for all playing. For the further dates of those finals, like I said, they're yet to be determined and to be scheduled, both considering Ash's plans for the stream schedule and individual players' availabilities. That would be all for me for tonight. We'll definitely be seeing you after New Year only. So nothing until the new year in terms of Golden Mind, aside from me poking people and writing something about it in Discord. But yeah, have happy holidays. I'll definitely be around the Discord and streams. Other than that, visually, you're gonna see me only in 2021. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Apologies for the goof ups. I will have more time and definitely more responsibility to work on those for the mini and proper finals. Yeah. See you all around. Thank you. Stay safe and stay something. I think recently a friend once told me, "Be good to yourself," and I like
Always.
that. And I'll think I'll finish with that. Thank you.
And don't mention the event.
Thank you, and I'll see you around. Bye.
Good night.